This is Morganiki. Have you ever heard of this thing, right? It's been on the internet for a while. I personally haven't heard of it. It's called LootCrate. Also, have you heard of this other thing on the internet called eBay? See, when people order loot crates, they obviously don't want everything that's in them. So quite often, people will sell what are called job lots or bundles of just crap that they didn't want out of their loot crates. And you can get very good deals, to be fair. I've got 4 things to show you today that came in one of these. I think I'll call them LootCrate Leftovers, shall we say. They're all game related. And I got these 5 things in a little pack on eBay for a £5. And I'm not going to complain about that. First item for a £5 was these. Pacman adhesive bandages. Yes, they are, well, in the US you'll call them band-aids, and in the UK we call them plasters. Because that makes sense. But they've done the best of both worlds and called them bandages, so neither of us get confused. 10 sterile bandages. They don't really seem all that sterile because the box is bashed to hell. They didn't come in plastic wrap or anything, so not that sterile either. They are latex free, which is good if you have a latex allergy, and apparently they cost $1. That is probably one of the designs there. Let's make them massively not sterile and see what's in them. Yeah, they look like the one on the front, don't they? There we go. Pac-Man. I feel I should put one on, just for the sake of argument. I will put it on my little finger where Jet got me the other day. It's healed up now, but for the sake of argument, I will put it on my finger. Why not? Sticky, sticky, sticky. And now people can say, "What did you do with your finger?" And I can be like, "It was my cat." Yes, a Pac-Man on my finger, as you do. That's the same, that's also the same, that's the same. Are they all the same? That's the same. They're all the same. You can see through the wrapper, they're all the same. Oh, you suck. I've got a pack upstairs in our medicine cupboard with Hello Kitty on them. And they're all different shapes and sizes, they're all different colours, and they're all different patterns. So if you want patterned plasters / band-aids, you're better off going with Hello Kitty. I suppose. You disappoint me, Pac-Man. You really do, in your old age. Next, we have got this Space Invaders. Whoa, come on, autofocus. There we go. Space Invaders Mini Alien Vinyl Figures, limited edition. And I assume that's Space Invaders in Japanese. LootCrate exclusive. You can get 3 different colours. I've got that one. That is the Space Invader as it looked on the original arcade cabinets, yet they look nothing like that in the game. And if you're wondering why it's 2 different colours, in the 80s they would put like a sheet of acetate over the arcade screen to give the impression of colour. The game was all white, usually, all one colour, usually all white or all green or something like that. But they'd put a sheet of coloured plastic over it, and as the things moved around on the screen, they would change colours, hence why they are 2 different colours. And we have got the one that is orange and clear. It's quite nice, quite soft. It's, you know, all the collectibles these days seem to be made out of bloody vinyl. Ooh, and on its feet we've got the copyright logos. Official Tato licensed product. Good to know. I like that. I'm going to put it on the shelf with all the other random bits and pieces I get from these boxes or from job lots on eBay, and then I end up standing on them and breaking them because my cats knock everything off the shelves. That's the life you're going to lead. Another Loot Crate exclusive, the 20-sided die ice mould. It's just a plain black box. Put the top and the bottom together, pour the water into the hole at the top, approximately 90% full, and it's been torn. 90% you say? Never. So it is essentially just a big blob of silicone with a lid on it, and inside it's got the engravings of the numbers of the classic D20. If you're familiar with tabletop games, which I'm not, but I do know what a D20 is. Well, I knew what it was anyway, but I can thank my knowledge to The Binding of Isaac. So I'm going to put this lid on, I'm going to put some water in it, put it in the freezer, and we'll come back in about, I don't know, how long is that going to take to freeze? About 6 hours? 6 hours, do you think? And we'll see what it looks like. Okay, this is the second attempt at this stupid ice cube thing. The first time we did it, this is how it's worked the second time, by the way. The first time we did it, this whole thing was just flat and it didn't have any shape. This time there's a bit more of a shape to it, but it doesn't exactly have a point. Whoops. And it's very slippery because it's icy. How do you get this out? Do you squeeze it? Okay, problem number 2. You can't get it out. I did get it out eventually after I've hurt my hands immensely doing so. Well, you can see the numbers. The moulding is very good on the numbers. Just the fact the bottom of it is completely flat. It's absolutely ginormous, so, you know, if you want to put ice in your drinks, you just have the one. Because it's silicone, I reckon you could maybe use it as a chocolate mould. Maybe a jelly mould. Of course, it would be flat on the top. It's a good idea in principle. It's a cute little design. It's a good idea for geeks, people that like Dungeons and Dragons, whatever. But it's just a massive pain. The bottom's flat, that's twice it's happened. It's totally melting right now. And yeah, it took me about 5 minutes to actually get it out. It was a case of squeezing it at the sides, like this, and then pressing it at the bottom, and then it eventually just shot out and landed on the floor. So yeah, if you're trying to get it out, do it over a sink or a plate or something, otherwise it'll end up on the floor covered in cat hair. Even if you don't have cats, it'll end up on the floor covered in cat hair. And finally, we have got these Tetris sticker set. Now, interesting story about these. When I went to the Media Museum in Bradford, there's a video on my YouTube channel where I go around the games lounge, where they had some games consoles set up. In the gift shop, they had a load of really overpriced stuff, and they sold these. And I knew that these had been given away in Loot Crates before, as it says there, I love Loot Crate. But the ones they were selling in the shop still had I love Loot Crate on them. So even if you did get them in Loot Crate or you didn't, it still had Loot Crate written on them. Good to know. These look really nice. They're very nice. A little, and they're made by Paladon, which seem to make everything these days. There are little tetrominos, or tetramino, however you want to say that, stickers. You get a fair few of them. And that there, oh you do, you get quite a lot of them. It's just a black thing. So you get 3 sheets of these. They're all the same. Look. And you can make things with them, and this is a book saying how to do so. This is explaining how to do all the letters of the standard alphabet, shall we say. A to Z, and then we've got a hat, and we've got a skull, and the other side is blank. What shall I make? I kind of want to make the skull, but I want to be original. So I'm going to find something to put these stickers on. And I'll be back in a minute. So using their included guide, I have written Mog in Tetraminos, but it's a bit wonky, isn't it? It should be a bit straighter. There's the O, and there's the G. I haven't done a bad job considering I was in a bit of a rush, but there's absolutely tons of these things. I've only used 1 sheet, and there's still stickers on it. There's still 2 whole sheets here. So if you wanted to spell out your name on your laptop or whatever, if you had a particularly long name, you could probably get away with doing that. Yeah, there's something you probably didn't think you were going to see today. Mog, written out in very, very wonky Tetris blocks. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to see it either, because I didn't decide I was going to write Mog until the last possible second. Now, what to do with these? I don't have a laptop, so I can't really stick them on an invisible laptop. I suppose I could stick them on the cats.